couldn't be more excited about today's episode, which is what would I teach my children about money and financial freedom? Welcome to the podcast Manifesting Big Money Fast. My name is Jeanine. I am so excited that you found this podcast or that you're tuning in to another episode. This podcast is all about manifestation, big money, energetics, spirituality, how it's all connected, and most importantly, how you can increase your bank account right now. So let's dive in today's episode. We are having a beautiful community question from Elisa about what would I teach my children about money and financial freedom. Just giving you a warning, I'm recording this episode as a non-mother. So I don't have any children at the moment, and I actually can't wait for this episode in a couple of years when it's going to be, this is what I thought I would teach my children about money and financial freedom, and that's what's actually happening. So just to have this in mind, just from my knowledge now, what I know about children, how I saw children acting, just based on that experience, these are my contemplations. I wrote down what I would teach my children about money and financial freedom. For me, the most important part is obviously also looking in my own journey from a child to becoming this powerful woman. And what I see in children is that I always had super strong desires. And that was actually one of my main desires, was to work as little as possible and to make as much money as possible. Already when I was a very young child, I was always talking about money. I was always fascinated about money, about having it. I loved the power that came with that. I was never afraid to have my opinion, to speak my truth. And somewhere along the journey, I don't want to say I lost it. I forgot about it. And those last 2 years, or actually this last year, especially, I was asking the universe always for a deeper sense of my work. The first years, I was super motivated about money, making more money, having more money, spending it on luxury items and other things I haven't done before, like high-end jewelry, shopping trips for 100K, private jets, all those things. However, I kind of hit a point where I'm like, okay, what's next? What else is motivating me? What's another deeper sense? And I would say, doing this work, asking this question, I realized, wow, I'm back exactly at the point where I was as a child. How can I become a spiritual entrepreneur that highly cares about her community, the people, the impact of my work on others, at the same time work as little as possible and receive as much as possible? And asking myself this, like, I am so motivated, I'm so lit up, like the creativity, the ideas, the inspirations, the teaching, everything that's flowing through me since the last 9 months, I would say, is a whole new level of conversations I'm bringing to the table. And it reminds me so much, wow, this was a question that was always on your heart and soul when you were little. And obviously, it's very activating for people. So imagine now you have an adult that's working a lot, 40 plus hours, making. You've just listened to the first 4 minutes of the VIP version of the podcast. By becoming a VIP member, you can listen to 3 episodes per week. You will receive early bird access to the Monday episode, so you already can listen on Sunday. And if that doesn't sound great enough yet, I've got one more. Why you should become a podcast VIP member. I'm answering every week a listener's question in the podcast. So if you have a question, drop it in the Q&A thread and receive the answer in the podcast. Can't wait to see you. Simply click on the link in the show notes or go to courses.richandhappiness.com to become a VIP member.